Well, this is gonna be a stomach-wrenching truth to spread, but...
Go on. Go ahead and speak out your words right now.
Hey, what the heck are you doing in my studio? And how have you gone through my guards? Get me security here now.
Damn! That YouTube authoritarian man was too good against us.
I feel like my freedom and my particular set of skills has been violated by that dude. We hope 𝗥្ឍ𝘁 will be okay.
Mr. Bourne is always hardcore. He'll kick his rear end, I hope. He is born to win, after all.
So, you have a choice to make, tough guy. You can either adhere to my new law, or I will make your entire bloodline pay and suffer.
Or how about this? I'm really sorry if this hostile interruption happened, but just like what I say, I am born to win. But in all seriousness though, what I'm about to announce to you today is something that is actually quite serious to content creators who have their long history of being a part of YouTube, and especially to 𝗥្ឍ𝘁 as well, and it's something that makes me really angry. Because what the YouTube CEO and admins, especially the careless greedy corporatists at the top of the hierarchy, are proposing, is that it should be mandatory for anyone under 18 to be asked for their facials and the date of birth, and as of last month of July of this year, any 18+ websites is restricted and blocked to all casual networks nationwide. This has happened only in the United Kingdom, but I got a predictable feeling that it's gonna happen in America and the rest of Europe and Asia too. But it's not just simply that. And you might at first think that this is all of it. But oh no, it can get deeply worse and odious than you can ever imagine. Their whole gist of this scheme is that they are advocating for an ideal cause that a mass majority of millions of people on YouTube nobody asked for in the first place is that they will ask for your consent to provide your credit card information, your online search records, your curriculum, all of the private personal things under the sun. And I have to straightforwardly say, this is a complete step too far. We all know how easily abusive and unfair these strict draconian laws can be, and for them to have the audacity to say that it's for a safety purpose, when they aren't critically thinking about its potential downsides, such as the fear of online hackings targeted towards customers and vulnerable ones, an increase of VPN users that's gonna be struck down, hazards of many websites in dire risks of getting taken down for not complying to the new regulation, YouTubers in fear of being deleted without warning, and the zero chance of being allowed to be anonymous. It makes complete zero sense whatsoever. The most solid point to make out is, what's to stop a one person to stand up mindfully and say no? Like seriously, are we not allowed to politely ask to say no to showing our faces? Why can't they make this whole thing an option, not a requirement? People aren't always generally comfortable to show their real faces or including where they live, you know. Doing so is just blatantly disrespecting their privacy. It's just not the right approach. I've been on YouTube for around 8 to 9 years, and throughout that span of time the rules of what you can and can't post has been undergone with some changes, but none of them weren't too abysmal. Until Article 13 popped up out of nowhere, and 𝗥្ឍ𝘁 was the one that I once ranted on before. But back on the topic, people shouldn't be forced to comply with something that isn't related to whatever they're enjoying on YouTube, and force everybody to accept it. And if so, for the younger ones, why not stay on YouTube, kids? But my point is, couldn't they just have watched regulated cable television or search for a kid-friendly website? I blame the parents quite frankly for them to just find the easy way out for their children to give them entertainment in the absolute bare minimum. There are thousands of videos made for children and not a lot of them are appropriate, and a lot of that stemmed from the 𝗥្ឍ𝘁 scandal. But because now that modern YouTube is only targeting for the younger crowd, it's making older audiences of teenagers and adults questioning what they were thinking when they came up with that strategy. You are at risk of alienating the older creators and old YouTubers from the golden age era of the platform by forcefully telling them that can either be kind, friendly indefinitely, or be at risk of getting strikes and a likely termination of your channel. And these older experienced creators never get to have a say anymore here in modern day 2020's YouTube. I swear to fucking God. This whole company, the people running the site, and the CEO at the top of all of this, are truly rotten to the core. And because of that, the internet will now be a complete dumpster fire with zero hopes of getting any better for the foreseeable future. At this point, I just don't care about my life, especially my career, anymore. Once I'm finished with Test Dummy and Android 2, I'm probably gonna be done making any more longer projects. Well done, Neil Mohan. You sure have far exceeded your legacy for all the dubious, abhorrent wrong reasons. Especially you, Keir Starmer. What has gotten into your head, Prime Minister? Now to finally top it all off with one fact. If websites keep eventually asking people for digital ID, then how about the fact that what if I told you that the Online Safety Act would have been a complete financial avalanche? Implementing this age verification can be a costly thing to handle, and smaller business websites wouldn't have stood a chance to that. I can certainly predict that the money YouTube does keep will be wasted on this AI moderation and the ID Act. And of course YouTube would have shrugged off since they have Google on their side. Therefore they wouldn't have been affected, unlike other smaller independent platforms. So, taking all of this into account, go and tell the corporations at the top to stop with the bullshit draconian implementations and their fake false moralities that they proudly have behind that mask of deception. Go tell everyone that you know of that none of this is okay, and they shouldn't have to be pushed into compliance with this digital safety ID fiasco. We hope sometime they'll start to relent and will eventually listen to us, but for now they have their ears blocked as they strictly care about the almighty dollar. This is all sad. But I mean, what do you expect for something as concerning as internet totalitarianism and late-stage capitalism? It all becomes quantity over quality and dollars over cents, and then suddenly this shit happens, and therefore humanity is doomed. It looks like I've said enough. I'll
Kneel before my authority, or else.